All right, this is going to be a return of a series I used to put out called Front Street. Okay, it was mostly about criminal shit. Just unfortunate shit that involved sisters and the community. There's some brothers in there, right? So I'm formally bringing that series back, Front Street. All right, I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start with this episode. Uh, I don't even know what to call it and shit. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, I suppose. All right, so that's not set in stone and shit. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start this commentary off. Now, I am a little hesitant and shit. Not for the reasons you would think and shit, but I'm gonna start this commentary off by reading a post on X that was posted by a young woman that is an influencer, I guess we'll call her that, and she dabbles in the adult industry, the amateur adult industry. Okay, no checks and balances. So she's making her own deals. She's getting her own bookings. They call it collaborations or collabs or whatever. It's beyond me and shit. Okay, I'm an elder statesman. I'm in my mid 50s. All right, I just want to put that out there and shit. So it'll make sense. It'll make sense what I'm talking about and shit. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading this Twitter post. Okay, and this woman's name is Danae. Okay, I'll read back the rest and shit just to be safe. And I had to make some edits because some pictures are included that are decidedly not for the platform. Alright, so we're gonna read this shit. Alright. Alright, she writes, this should be proof. Well, okay, hold on. She writes, this should be all the proof y'all need. I'm mortified and ashamed that I didn't come and say it back in March when I got that positive result. Sadly, it's my fault that y'all are coming to me saying he burnt you. He lied to me and said he cut himself while shaving. He told me he'd send me his test results and never sent them. I was 19 and naive, brand new to collabing. I was only shooting content with partners. I was scared of losing all the money that doesn't mean anything to me now. I reposted the vids to milk the money that I felt like he owed me. He changed my life forever. I was speaking in third person because I was too afraid of what would come, but I can't stand to let people think I'm just lying. Ed Gucci the third leg. Gucci third leg. You will burn in hell for what you did to me and these young women. There seems to be a trend of girls he's burning. We're all new to OnlyFans content collaboration game. I'll read that again. We're all new to the OnlyFans content collaboration game or 19 to 22 years of age. I'll drop the full story when I'm ready. And she adds the gentleman that she's speaking to, which goes by the eponymous nickname Gucci Third Leg. Shit, okay? He has a gigantic penis and he is a pookie. Alright, he is a fucking pookie. Alright, so basically, this young girl started her adult career as an influencer, TikTok. I've seen the TikToks. Okay, she's a very young looking, very curvy and attractive black woman. Okay, okay. I don't think she's mixed anything, but she started with TikToks and found her way to into the amateur pool, the deep end of the amateur adult industry via you know, things like OnlyFans and anything else that she's appeared on and shit. Now, most of the other stuff that she's appeared on is like rips of her own content that people reposting ad nauseum. All right, so she's probably, it doesn't say what she has, but I'm gonna assume that it's a herpes. Let's just lightly assume and hope it's not the monster. Okay, yeah. So how do I feel about it? How do I feel about it? Well, I had to edit the post so that you couldn't see the photos, right? And the reason I had to edit the post was because she posted pictures of, some activities there, all right? And I'm pretty sure it's herpes, all right? But basically, this guy had a open wound, a cut. She says he has some kind of uh, contusion on the head of his giant penis, and she had told her, that he had cut himself shaving for the shoot, and she still went ahead and with the shoot. In fact, she put this giant penis in her mouth and did with a gawk gawk, 9,000 on it, and was summarily had her back beaten out and shit. And, filming a collab. Okay, that means I guess they share the content and post it, for business reasons. And she didn't get a test from him and shit. I've known people that worked in the adult industry and shit behind the cameras in the front, and they tell some of these professional models, they don't see a fucking positive, see a test that's negative. Some of them they'll jack you up, man. You know, real models that's covered by agency, they won't even send their models out without getting these test results. There's been several, during my lifetime and shit. When I lived on the West Coast, there was at least 2 or 3 incidents where numerous adult stars ended up HIV positive and shit, and worse. A lot of them don't live very long. They have shitty lives. You think it's cool when you see these people performing and shit. You think it's cool and shit, but you don't understand what's behind it. There's a shitload of trauma and people exploiting their ass and shit. But I didn't say this to make you feel guilty or come off like some kind of male feminist and shit. Okay, a lot of these people made their choices. They roll the dice and they say fuck it and do what they gotta do and shit. And if you're looking at adult materials, I don't think you should feel guilty for looking at those, because those were people making decisions or whatnot. If they weren't, then at some point the Department of Justice will come a knocking at them doors and shit. Okay, they do all this shit. They know the risk. The risk in the health, life. Being in ungodly situations and whatnot. Okay, I know some people that's been in crazy situations medically and otherwise. I tell you, I did have a friend that he was a cameraman in the industry for a while. Okay, and I've actually been around to some of the companies. Where places where they shot. Been there. Right? It's not a flex. I know some porn stars. Some of them is straight up scumbags. And there's some truly sweet people there. They just do things they feel they have to do. And I know some married people that was in this shit that they didn't last once they started. They ended up getting a fucking divorce. It's a mess and shit. And can you imagine what it's like for, all these young people that's looking to get rich quick, on the OnlyFans. Okay? There's no checks and balances there. It's up to you to take care of yourself and shit. And as we can see, this young lady didn't take care of herself. She put a giant penis in her mouth with a sore on it, and let this person run up in her and shit. And you can say she's stupid and dumb and this and that and the other, but I'd like to remind you, this is standard issue behavior inside and outside the fucking supposed ethnic community. Okay? A lot of these women, they've been, this election cycle, a lot of women been talking about body autonomy and shit. You need to vote for, that person so that we can have control over our bodies and shit. You do have control over your bodies. You can decide what goes inside you. I think it's ridiculous that you're strong, brave, and independent and shit, but you're a delicate flower and shit that doesn't know what a herpes sore looks like, or some kind of somebody has a cut on their penis. You got it right in your face. You can look right at it in exquisite detail, and you still decide to put it in your mouth. Okay? Now this woman probably feels like shit, and she should feel like shit. She made a stupid ass decision that she's got to live with for the rest of her life. It's not the end of her life and shit. She can take her meds and go about her business and everything. It's just limited to her, her ability to work in that industry and shit. If anybody really actual common sense, but there's a plethora of dumbass people that will still, do things with her, if you get my drift. Right? She fucked up her life because she wanted to make easy money and shit. She's a cute little girl. She could have went to school or, got some job or, got herself a trade and shit, There's a bunch of things she could have did, but she wanted the money. I understand it. I understand your ambition and everything. I'm not judging you for it. I'm just saying you're stupid as fuck for putting a nasty, eggplant in your mouth and knocking it off. I actually saw that scene. I actually watched that scene, man. She's what can I say and shit? What do you want from the public and shit? You've already fucked up. She didn't immediately put that information out and shit. Okay, until things got to DEFCON 3. Right now she's backtracking and shit. And she's admitted still putting the scenes out after she knew she was infected because she needed to make that money. All right. Now who's gonna pay? Everybody knows you're affected and shit. You limit. You can't really work with anyone. And what are you gonna do now? You're gonna just go back to twerking and shit, and sticking things downstairs in your hole. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's say like, hey, kings out there. If you in a dire situation, if you're somebody that's on the bottom of the barrel with some female, one of our females in it, and their first thought to fix things is to do something with their hole and shit, and you in some trouble and shit, you need to rethink that and start, making moves and shit to, distance yourself from bad decisions. Okay, she made a bad decision. They talk about body autonomy, this, that, and other, and how they want the rights to kill their babies and all this shit. You don't even have to have the fucking babies if you play safe and everything. If you take your own figure, your own body's health and your health into account and make the right moves. Okay, yeah. Guess this is tough love for dumb niggas. Talk to a chick. Talk to Danae. Danae, you made a mistake. You fucked up. A long time ago in 1990s, a dude I never seen before walked to me and told me I fucked up. I said, hey, this dude was dangerous too. He was a dangerous motherfucker, man. I didn't miss a beat. I said, how did I fuck up? He said, because we see each other. I know you fucked up. I would tell you the same thing face to face and shit. Okay, young lady? All right, you made a mistake. I don't know what you're going to do now and shit. But there's other ways to make money and shit. I can't tell you to keep your head on the swivel, but you wasn't even watching you wasn't even watching your fucking ass. Alright? The dude ran up in your ass and shit. He's still gonna keep running up in bitches. Alright? You fucked up. We don't have to tell you to take accountability for your bad decisions and shit because life told you that. Okay? We're not judging anything, but it's a teachable moment for other people. I think maybe you will appreciate that if you ever see this video. Alright, kings? Let me tell you, regardless of race and everything, please don't be this nigga. Alright? I'm done here. Oh yeah, before I go, man, I'm gonna end this shit with another post, but I want to I have another fucking I'm gonna post some reactions from her fellow performers up there. You can pause it and read it and shit. I really don't I don't feel the need to read all that shit. I was pretty much what I just said. But another content creator that this guy profusely worked at, she made a post. She made a post. This chick has been all over the fucking place, man. She is well used. So somebody, I didn't post it because it's not important to me. I don't work in that industry and everything. But this chick posted some shit like right off the rip. This chick just, she was like, hold on, I'll read it. It's from a content creator named Vicky. All right, she's well known, and I don't want a Cardi B situation there. It's a Latina, very thick Latina, with a BBL, with a ridiculous BBL. She writes, and I quote, "And anyone making defamatory claims about me will hear from my attorney and shit." Way to go, Vicky and shit. Okay, you take your meds. Okay, you take your meds. Right, way to go. Yeah, protect all women and shit, right? Kings, keep your head on a swivel, protect your bag, and above all else, I do mean above all else, do not make fallen women the stewards of your families. Don't make them the mothers of your children and shit, okay? These children are your future, your legacy, okay? Take that shit to heart, okay? Understand that, the lesson that this woman's negative life experience can be, You know, how therapeutic and helpful it could be for you making an informed decision and shit. Alright? SYSBM equals save yourself black man. All praise to the Most High.
My body count was like 3,100, but I was really, I didn't feel too bad about it because my ex-chick Dominant Body had like 2,000 or whatever, but so it was like when I was dealing with my chick, she couldn't really be like, oh, your body count's too much because her body count like 2,000. My body count like 3,000, so it's like, damn, like I ain't feel too bad about it, honestly. Last year,
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.